Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and this month we are starting a new series, and I'm going to be doing makeup looks inspired by my favorite album covers. And today I'm going to start out with my all-time favorite, Ride or Die, Fan Until the End, I Prevail. You may have not guessed it, but I am a punk rock, heavy metal type of girl. Warped Tour, 2014 Till I Die, okay? Okay, so I thought that it would be fun to do my favorite album's cover, and that is their most recent album of Trauma. I will insert a picture of their cover here. I thought it would be really fun to just play around with makeup, try to match the vibes, and let's get started. I Prevail was not around during the Warped Tour ages. They really gained popularity during the time that they came out with their Taylor Swift cover of Blank Space, and if you have not listened to that, you need to go listen to it because it's really, really good. They were not really around, but I was definitely like a Warped Tour girl. I think I started going at like 13 or 14 years old when my parents started letting me go. Mine was from like a smaller town, so it wasn't as big as like the, where is it? I think it's like San Diego ones. But I definitely was a Warped Tour goer as a kid growing up into, I think their last year of doing it, which I forget which year it was. I think it was maybe 2015, but they need to bring it back for real. I know they do like the bigger ones, but God, Warped Tour was the shit. I used to go with like my friends. I would go with like one friend every year. Man, it would be like the hottest day of the summer, and then it would always rain at least one of the days, and it would just be like a slosh mud pit everywhere. We would want to buy like brand new Vans every year because our shoes that we wore were just like destroyed by the mud. I used to get like backstage passes to meet the bands, and like it was the shit because that's where I learned a lot of the bands that I loved for so long. I actually learned about them at Warped Tour. Some of those bands being like Sleeping with Sirens, Bring Me the Horizon, Bless the Fall, all Of Mice and Men. Oh my God, I was obsessed with Of Mice and Men. I actually got front row for them the one year that I was like legitimately obsessed with Austin Carlisle. And then the friend I went with had a panic attack because everyone was like squishing towards the front, so we had to move to the back. But it was honestly one of the best shows to this day I've ever been to. Tour was one of those things where like you were the kid that your parents allowed you to go or you weren't allowed to go because it was like shunned, you know, back then. I'm so glad that my parents let me go because it honestly like taught me such good lessons looking back on it now. Like, the people that are there covered in tattoos and like piercings and all this shit look scary to like, I don't know, naive public people, like the general public, I guess I'm trying to say. But like they are seriously some of the most nicest people you ever meet. They always have your back. You could be a complete stranger and they are there for you. Like there's no one quite like the outcast group. And that was totally me growing up, and especially in high school, I was the outcast. Warped Tour gave you that sense of like belonging to a group. You just felt like you belonged somewhere and that people were like you and they just understood you. Back in the Warped Tour like era days, it was honestly like some of the best concerts I've ever been to because of the fact like Snapchat was just beginning to be the big thing. So it was like everyone was Snapchatting, but it wasn't, I don't know, I feel like today's concerts, everyone's just like kind of recording the whole damn thing, and I'm just like, one, you're not really gonna go back and watch that ever. Like very rarely are you gonna go back and watch that, so just like be present. I don't know, that's always been like very annoying to me. Like I went to the Beyonce concert, and when I was there I just was like living for the moment. I think I have 2 or 3 videos on my phone from that concert, but I'm just glad that I was there and experienced because it was the best time ever. I was with my sister. It was to this day like top 5. Oh my God, I do remember though seeing 303 at Warped Tour, and I was like, this is so epic. Remember when they were like the biggest band ever and everyone was like 303, 303. Well, 15-year-old me was like, yeah, like it's 303, bitch, calm down. I don't know why I just can like never talk when I'm doing my eyeliner, but I'm gonna try. My first like heavier band that I got into, they're kind of more punky than like heavy, especially in their newer things, but Sleeping with Sirens was my all-time favorite band. Like they are my intro band to that genre of music. Sleeping with Sirens, I Prevail. Yeah, I was there. I first discovered I Prevail when I was still using Pandora because, listen, if you don't know, Pandora was it before Spotify. Everyone had Pandora, and you just pick your artist and it would be like what Spotify calls radios, and I don't know why I'm explaining. I feel like everyone knows what Pandora is. So I would be on Sleeping with Sirens or Prevail radio per usual. I was just scrolling on through, listening to music, drawing, doing whatever. And the song Stuck in Your Head came on by I Prevail. And I was like, ooh, I kind of like this. So I just kind of listened to it and then I saved it on, I think, did I have Spotify at that time? I don't know. Did those coexist? I thought Spotify came in. Regardless, I was really into it. So then I went on YouTube and looked at this band and I was like, oh, cool. I kind of like I like it. I got into like exploring them and listening to some of their songs. I listened to Blank Space when it came out. And that was the song that I was like, yeah, I fucking love this band. And ever since then, I've been like hooked on them. And they are by far like, I will die for Prevail. Anyone talk shit about them, I will go to my death. I will die on that mountain every time. I love them. I try to go to all of their concerts when they're local. Just no one quite like them. Okay, I'm going to put on this other lash and then go do my base really quick. Please hold. Part of the reason that I wanted to do this series is because I think it will really make me be creative and kind of go out of my comfort zone when it comes to makeup. And I really want to try like a goth-like dramatic liner on the bottom. So hopefully it turns out good. I started to follow them very closely. I cannot talk and do this. I don't know how people do this. Hold on. Let me just at least get the base down. I feel like this is one of these trust the process things. I have a vision. I have a vision. Just stay with me. My first ever Prevail concert was in October of 2018, I want to say. I think I saw them first in Buffalo, which is my hometown. I literally had tears in my eyes during that show because there's one of their songs that they play and you could just tell that everyone in the crowd was just like feeling this song. It was super deep and like emotional for a lot of people. Like that's what music is all about, is making you feel something. It was just really, really beautiful to see. And just like a bunch of misfits in one small room. This one, they like weren't really known. So it was at a really small venue and it was super personal. It was just honestly the best concert to this day I've ever been to. It's top one for sure. Okay, hear me out. I know this looks crazy, but it kind of looks cool, right? I mean, I wouldn't wear this like out. I'm being creative, okay? Leave me alone. After learning more about the band and like deep diving and watching interviews and stuff, I just really appreciate those people because they just really mean so much good in the world and their messages are just so good. Their songs are so relatable and it honestly just shows that we're all going through shit. I don't know, I just like it. And that type of music is a release for me. So if you don't get it, you don't get it. But if you do, you do. I feel like this look needs like a little bit of this darkness to it. Their album has a lot of these deep blues in it, and also like the trees is what like the black was inspiring me with. But let's do their obvious symbol off of the greatest album to ever exist. Okay, I've never actually like done this before, so I won't know unless you try. How do people do this? This was a bad idea. So ever since that first concert I ever went to with them, it just was like, yep, these are my people. And then I got really into powerlifting for a few years, and this album, I was also going through some personal things, and this album just really saved me from a lot of things. Like I got so many PRs during this album. I did some crying during this album. And then their new album came out and I just can't wait to go see them. I'm going to see them in Houston in October with Hailstorm and shit, I forgot the name of the other band, but I will not be missing any Prevail concerts ever if they are within like 5 hours driving of me. So you can catch me being a groupie. If it were back in the day, I would be following these guys everywhere on tour. But you know, shit's expensive these days, so that's not happening. Bro, I tried. Sorry, I completely disappointed them on that one. I'm just gonna leave it at that and go wash this off my face. See you in the next one.